see that, young lady? Respect for one's elders shows character.
I have character.
Of course, you are a character. Doesn't mean that you have character.
Give me this shit, bitch. Alcohol, right?
So when it comes to Ant-Man, Anthony Edwards is a little bit too quick for these Lakers perimeter defenders. He went past Rui, he went past Austin Reeves, and he was even too much dancing on Luka. It's just too easy to penetrate this Lakers defense. But when you go up against a dynamic wing like Edwards, you're gonna have issues. The only thing I would say is he doesn't quite finish as well at the rim. When he's adjusting his body, just getting ready to go up mid-air, it's like last minute he tries to figure out what to do. And in this very game, he had way too many blown layups for a superstar. Ant-Man could definitely do better than that. He does the hardest part first, which is just twerking his body, getting it in position while, just going in the air. And then the easiest part, just finishing. Sometimes he gets an open look as he just did right here, and he's not able to finish those. Again, right here, we're going to see him blow right past Rui and just take it up. Just the bunnies right here. Come on, Ant-Man. We know he could do better because this season we've seen him improve on his pull-up three, his off-the-dribble three step backs, all kinds of three-point shots. Because if he could style on Luka like that, we know those layups are easy money. I still can't believe Ant-Man's layup package needs an update. As right here, once again, he blows past Laker players and just, can't quite yet time the ability to lift off, but yet not put too much or too little on that spin. Ant-Man's just probably going up there with crazy force. But with Ant-Man, I'm going to give credit where credit is due, because in 5 NBA seasons, we've seen a lot of leaps being made. The leadership, taking onus of the team, and most importantly, the playmaking. A lesson that he learned in last year's Western Conference Finals, where he struggled with his passing ability, just making the proper reads to a lot of the looks that he was getting versus the Mavericks defense, particularly in games 1, 2, and 3. And we all felt for Edwards in a way, because you see potentially a young, great player just make the usual mistakes in a really high stakes game. And that was to go to the NBA Finals. And Ant-Man he didn't have enough reps at just adjusting to a lot of different defensive coverages. Just certain guys looked like they were open for a second. The Ant-Man would hit them and the pass would be intercepted, or just dealing with the way defenses were collapsing on him, how fast it was happening, who's cutting where. Ant-Man was just going through his typical superstar progressions. We've seen all the greats go through the same thing. And in this season, with the improvement from the three-point shooting, hey, there's no doubt in my mind that he's going to be able to pick it up on the mental side soon. That's going to be perhaps the biggest hurdle. It's not necessarily the physical, it's the mental side of the game. The thinking, the going through your progressions, understanding what the game is telling you, how to properly read the chessboard. This is the next leap for Anthony Edwards, and it usually happens to NBA players where they're almost about, I would say, 1 or 2 years past their physical primes. I would say probably ages 29, 28, maybe 30, 31, where guys mental and physical, they meet at their peaks. And just right before the mental is about to surpass the physical, there's a nice little 1 to 3 year sweet spot. That's the reason why we've seen some of the greats win championships at the age of 26, 27. That's sort of the beginning of where the physical and the peak actually meet together. And just after every other age, the mental is supposed to keep going higher as the physical goes down. We're watching it right now with Stephen Curry. And I would say a few years ago when LeBron was having that run where he was killing the Toronto Raptors, that was the exact scenario LeBron was at. And the mental completely passed his physical peak, I would say, when Devin Booker had eliminated the Lakers the season after they won the championship. But right now, Stephen Curry's at the end of that phase where the mental has surpassed the physical enough before the mega drop off from the physical. Stephen Curry is at that spot. This season could be one last hurrah for him. But going back to Anthony Edwards, let's take a look at his decision making. As right here, he has an early dump off to Rudy Gobert as he's mismatched on Austin Reeves. And he's going to miss him. It's a little bit too late now. And he opts out to take the much more difficult shot. See, these are the little things he's going to have to improve on. This progression right here is very typical for a young player. Now, Ant-Man right here is matched up on Rui. He kind of uses the threat of his speed right exactly here to open up McDaniels. We're going to continue to see Ant-Man kind of use his speed as Mike Conley is going to come right here and give him a screen, but he ghosted. And now Ant-Man uses that as an attacking chance to use his speed and create new passing possibilities. And that's something normally he would only use it to his advantage when he wants to bang it on somebody, get that dunk off. Got to use the same thing when it comes to his passing. Use that speed, the way he torques his body in the air. Use that to his advantage to get some of these passes out. Check out Edwards right here. He got the smaller defender and Gabe Vincent on him. And check out his passing in the post, generating some great looks for his teammates. And that's not a bad thing at all. We see many of the previous NBA legends go through a similar phase where they started using teammates a lot more, and also their points per game averages started to come down a little bit. For Ant-Man this season, there's been times where he's been a little bit too trigger happy, and it does affect his teammates. They can't quite get into rhythm, especially Julius Randle out there. That's a player that sometimes he needs the ball in his hands to kind of get into his flow. He's more of an emotional player. Now right here, Dorian Finney-Smith is so concerned with Ant-Man just getting past Rui, because remember, the Lakers out on the perimeter, they don't have guys who can keep up. They've been getting burned all game. LeBron James, Gabe Vincent, Rui, and also Reeves. So as McDaniel makes his cut, and check out Naz Reid. Edwards making timely reads, getting his teammates involved. Smiles on faces, building camaraderie. This is what it's all about for Edwards to get up to that next level. And who knows, perhaps take his next step up to possibly being the top guy, especially on the American side. The American-born player right now is struggling to maintain that top figurehead, that I would say superstar kind of bravado. I would say Jason Tatum is ahead of all these guys when it comes to that, but he doesn't quite have the superstar mystique. But when it comes to the Lakers and the T-Wolves, this is going to be interesting. JJ Redick, he's shown quite a few adjustments he's made throughout the season, and I wouldn't be surprised for game 2 if he has something for the young Edwards that he's never seen before. But for the T-Wolves, they have a lot of guys that can switch, that can guard multiple positions. They have the speed, they have the athleticism, they have the shooting, which is going to spread the Lakers thin with an aging LeBron James and a Luka Doncic that sort of still looks like he's working his way back. But we'll see how it pans out. Until next time, you fellas, stay safe. Peace.